Hi everybody, welcome to Soul Pilates. You're going to get a full relaxing Pilates workout with a load of affirmations thrown in. Today is day 1 of 10 and every day the affirmations will be from another brilliant mind from around the world. Today's affirmations are by one of my favourite authors and meditation leaders, Deepak Chopra. So to get started, grab a pillow if you like, prop yourself up, cross your legs. Whatever way you're seated, face your palms up, close your eyes and just relax. When your mind drifts off, bring it back into focus. When you notice a subtle feeling or sensation in your body, let your attention go there. Every time your mind drifts, bring your attention back to your body, back to your breathing. When you feel out of balance, center yourself. Bring your attention back, breathe in healing, warm energy, relax and rest a moment. You can just gently bring your attention back into the room and open your eyes. We'll go through our Pilates setup. So we have hip width, the size of 2 fists between your feet and your knees. Your own shoe size roughly, heels to glutes, and you can roll your back down onto the mat. Check your pelvis position so you can roll your lower back onto the mat and then you can arch the back. Feel the difference between these 2 pelvic tilts, how it affects the front and the back of your body. Feel your spine adjusting, feel the sides of your body, how the front and the back of your spine are adjusting. You can feel the sides of your body. We connect from our toes all the way up the spine, up to the tip of the head. And then when you're ready, find the center of those 2 pelvic tilts for a neutral pelvis. Maybe you'd slide a piece of paper underneath your lower back, but you wouldn't fit your hands under fully. It's a very subtle curve. We want to make sure that we're not popping the rib cage off the mat. So our mid-back, our lower ribs are connected to the ground. So we feel our tailbone grounding, our mid-back grounding with a little slack in between, so there's length through the front and the back of the body. Take your hands onto your rib cage. With your inhale, you're going to relax your neck and shoulders and open the ribs deep and wide. Exhale, relax your neck and shoulders and draw the ribs in and down. We remind our neck and shoulders to relax. So we'll do 3. Connecting to that grounding through the tailbone and the lower ribs. Hands by the sides. Slide your hands towards the end of the mat. You feel your shoulders draw down away from the ears. Get your attention into your armpits. So draw your armpits down the sides of the body. Get this sense of pulling. Use your imagination. Shoulders back without popping the mid-spine off the mat. So tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy. Feel all of that length across your collarbones, and that's softening the neck and the jaw and the chest muscles. Your chest is open, tailbone is heavy, lower ribs are heavy. Bring your attention to the center of your body. Connect your mind and body. Introduce the mantra, pure consciousness is the source of creation. Pure consciousness is the source of creation. Connect to the muscle work. The back of the pelvic floor feels like you're holding in wind. The front of the pelvic floor feels like you're holding in pee. So find that pelvic floor nice and gentle. Now scoop your belly, tracing up along your spine, lower, middle, upper. Knit your ribs in and down. Breathe in and open the ribs out. Exhale, gentle, front and back of the pelvic floor. Scoop your belly, knit your ribs. Can you keep the lower ribs attached to the mat? The breathing, you open the ribs out to the sides and then come back in. So make sure that you're staying grounded through the feet, the tailbone, the lower ribs, the back of the shoulders. And let's focus on that midline connection. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, abs, ribs. For 3. So let's bring an affirmation into these first set of exercises. We commit to focusing fully. Our mantra is, pure consciousness is the source of creation. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, switch on your core, lift your left knee into tabletop, knee above the hip, 90 degrees behind the knee, lower ribs down so the front of the neck is long, chest is open, tailbone heavy. Breathe in. Exhale, switch on your core, stabilizing and grounding through the bone position, and lift the right knee, knees and ankles together. Can you keep your pelvis steady, your lower ribs down, so adjust your rib cage so the mid-back is pressing into the mat. Now exhale to tap the right toes, feel the front, feel the abs, the front of the core work. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tap the left toes and inhale to lift. Exhale, center yourself, bring your brain to that midline. Exhale and inhale. With the exhale, you zip up through the center like the start of the class. Inhale, open the ribs out to the sides. Exhale, zip up through the center, maintaining that bone position. Inhale, open the ribs out. I am present in everything I see. I am present in everything I hear. I am present in everything I touch. I am present in everything I taste. If you want, you can reach further with the leg, but only if your tailbone stays heavy, your lower ribs stay heavy, you maintain that neutral spine. Search for peace in the mind, peace in the world, peace in existence itself. This will settle your emotional body and soothe your heart. It has the effect of calming any feelings of agitation and conflict. Search for peace in your mind. When you're ready, lower your left foot down, stretch the right leg up to the ceiling. Imagine that there's a lot of blood flowing from your ankle into your knee, into your hip, replenishing all of the work that was happening from our core, healing the front of the hip and the core work. Stretch up through your toes, through your ankle, through your knee and through your hip. Both hands above or below your knee, just not at the back of the knee. And it's okay now if your back imprints on the mat. Just make sure you're not pulling the back of that joint capsule towards you. So above or below the knee, stretch up towards the ceiling. And it's just a fingertip light touch to draw the leg towards you and relax your shoulders. So if you were to let go, the leg would stay in roughly the same area. So you're not tugging and lifting your tailbone. Tailbone heavy. Imprint your spine, stretch, get that sense of length through the leg. If you'd like, your opposite leg can straighten out or the knee can stay bent. We're going to swap that position over. You can have the right knee bent or the leg straight. Connect to the sense of length through the left leg. Reach through your toes, your ankle, your knee and your hip, hands above or below the knee, just not at the back of the knee. Keep stretching up towards the ceiling and just a finger-light touch. And just a finger-light touch so your shoulders relax. Breathe deeply. When you're ready, you can bring your second leg up to the ceiling. We're bending both knees back into tabletop position, 90 degrees behind the knees. Float your hands and stretch your hands across the room. Reach through the wrists as if someone's pulling your fingertips to the opposite side of the room. Take a breath in. Exhale, scoop through the core, pelvic floor, abs, ribs. When you knit the ribs in and down, it already invites your head, neck and shoulders to lift or to curl forward. So inhale. Exhale, switch on your core, head, neck and shoulders. Curl forward, tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy, so it helps you to lift the chest forward. Very gentle, light support of the head, so you're not pushing the head forward. Release the weight of your head, draw the armpits down, scoop the belly and knit the ribs towards your hips to manage the weight of the upper body. Exhale, rotate right elbow to the floor, left toes tap, inhale to the center. Exhale, left elbow, right toes. How steady is your pelvis? And inhale. Exhale to rotate, keep the pelvis nice and heavy and grounded. Exhale and inhale, breathing fully. We center ourselves and search for peace within ourselves. Search the mind and body, search your brain for peace. We'll emit a light when we feel peaceful and calm, and that will filter to people around us. Notice the people around you and their state of awareness. Stress goes viral very easily. You want to minimize how much time you spend with people who feel pressured or put pressure on you. Be around people who are secure and confident in themselves. Often they're the quietest, most comforting kind of people. Relax in the center, roll your shoulders down, hug your knees in to relax the front of your hips, to lengthen your back. Rock your knees from side to side, let your head out from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully, let everything go. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, center up, roll forward or use your hands to come forward. We're going to give ourselves more space from our heels to our glutes, so no longer just our shoe size, maybe 2.5 shoe sizes away, so give yourself a good bit of space, but somewhere where the toes can still plant themselves down on the mat. Reach the arms in front, relax your shoulders. If we're reaching too far forwards, our shoulder blades are separating quite a lot. If we're reaching or pulling too far back, our shoulder blades will squeeze together. So we want to find the center where we're not rounding the back too much and we're not squeezing the shoulder blades together. The shoulder is relaxed. We feel our shoulder blade nice and flat, slightly wrapping around our rib cage. Lengthen through the back of the head so it causes a very slight chin nod. Melt your armpits down the sides of the body so we feel more of that wrapping with the rib cage. Anchor down with your hips, with your tailbone. You're aware of your toes and your heels pressing down. Feel that length through the entire spine. Lower back, lengthening towards the ceiling, mid back, upper back, through the crown of the head, but melt your shoulders down. So you always have this sense of pulling and pushing, of reaching and grounding, that opposition of Pilates. Get your brain into the front and the back of your pelvic floor, holding in wind, holding in P. Scoop your belly and knit your ribs so we're core setting and supporting the center of the body. You're going to inhale to circle the arms around. You're going to exhale to scoop the front of the body through the back of the body. Knit your ribs, gently tuck your tailbone, reaching forward while the belly button pushes you back. Inhale to round and C-curve forward. Exhale to roll and stack and relax your shoulders. We watch that the ribs are not flaring. Inhale, circle the arms around. Exhale, scoop the belly. You choose how deep you go into C-curve. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, roll and stack. Inhale, circle the arms around. Keep breathing. We focus on bringing awareness to each part of each movement that we're exploring. The more aware you feel in these movements, the more fulfilled you're going to feel. Draw peace into your movements. Feel your toes linking up through your body all the way to the crown of your head. Search for peace in your mind. Search for peace in your heart. Visualize a white area in the area of your heart and let that white light glow and sit and be comfortable. That light can spread, spreading peace throughout your torso, into your pelvis, down your legs, through your feet. Bring your focus back, mind-body connection. Search for peace in your heart. Search for peace in your mind and body. And you can let it go. You can keep your knees bent. So for our spine stretch, maybe it suits your back better to keep the knees bent, or you can lengthen the legs out in front. Anchor your legs down, they're hip width apart. So feel the calves, feel the back of the knees, feel the calves, feel the back of the knees, feel your thighs melting down through the ground, nice and stable, grounded with your pelvis. Lengthen through your spine, lower, middle, upper, melt your armpits down, scoop through the core and connect to the center. We're going to inhale to round, scoop, like an ice cream scoop, scooping out the center of your body and come forward. Exhale, roll and stack. As you scoop, press the legs down. We're really connected from the toes all the way up to the tip of our heads. And exhale, roll and stack. Inhale, scoop. The belly button pulls you back as your arms reach forward. And exhale to roll and stack. When you notice a subtle feeling or sensation in your body, let your attention go there. When your mind drifts off, bring it back into focus. When you feel out of balance, center yourself. Let's add on some gentle rotation. So we inhale forward. With the exhale, the right arm is going to open our chest backwards, rotating the mid-spine. Inhale, scoop and reach forward. Exhale, left arm paints a rainbow shape and reaches behind. Trace that rainbow again, scoop forward. Exhale. And inhale, anchor the legs down. Move with your breath. Trust yourself in this movement, however big or small you're executing it. Life always knows what to do, even if we doubt that we know what to do. No one had to teach your heart how to beat. Skin cells undertake complex processes. Red blood cells transport oxygen and know when to unload it. Our mind body is working for us. Find a moment within yourself. Feel gratitude for all of these processes happening for us. Our mind and body support us. And you can come back to the center. We're going to cross the ankles over, sit nice and tall, ground down through your pelvis. You should feel a bit more space now for sitting up nice and tall because we did our roll back and our stretch forward. So we've created a little bit of blood flow around our back, our pelvis, stability around our pelvis as well. Anchor down with your tailbone. Feel your hips sinking and grounding at the same time as floating upwards. We have this opposition. The light and heavy, the grounding, the mind-body connection. Get your brain into the front and back of your pelvic floor, scoop your belly, knit your ribs, reach the arms out to the sides and melt your shoulders down. Our palms are facing down and you're stretching in two opposite directions. Scoop your belly, knit your ribs. Inhale to the side of your rib cage. We're going to exhale as far as we can to the left. Inhale to the center, keep the chest open, get taller. Exhale to the right, press into the side of the feet. Inhale to the center, nice and tall, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Get taller every time you come back to the center and exhale. Where our attention goes, energy flows. We do not notice at random. Instead, we notice something we're looking for, something we judge against, or something we fear. Catching yourself in what you notice is an important part of rewiring where our focus and energy goes. Notice when someone else needs attention. Notice an opportunity to give or be of service. Notice an opportunity to be kind. Notice when help is needed. Notice beauty in nature. Notice how your body feels. Focus on your breath, the movement, and calm your mind. And come back to the center. Relax your shoulders. You can keep the ankles crossed, or you can bring one leg behind you, so our hips are now in two opposite rotations. So we have an internal and an external rotation. Anchor the hips down, stretch your arms out, melt your shoulders down, left palm up to the ceiling. Keep your brain in your left wrist as it lifts up and over, very light into the right hand. If you bend the elbow, that's okay, as long as you're not tugging on your rib cage. Inhale nice and tall, stretch apart, feel that long line. Swap your palms. Exhale, keep your brain in the arm that's reaching up and over. Relax your shoulders. It's not about how big the side bend is. Just feel that lovely release through the side of the body. Inhale, relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck, and exhale. Pay attention to what's feeling right in this movement, allowing yourself to be rid of judgment. Ask yourself, what am I doing right? The response will come spontaneously, could be quickly, could be later on. Focus on what feels right, what feels nice, where you can lengthen, where you can soften, where you can anchor more. Ask yourself, what am I doing right? What is working for me? If your ankles were crossed, you can swap your cross. Otherwise, swap that mermaid seat, those opposite rotations. Anchor the hips down, stretch the arms out, melt your shoulders down, lengthen your neck, and connect to how relaxed you want the neck to be throughout the entire exercise, all the reps. Right palm up to the ceiling, relax the shoulders. Exhale over, keep your brain in that top arm, lifting, reaching, and stretching. Inhale nice and tall, relax the shoulders, lengthen the spine, swap your palms, and exhale. Search for peace in your body, and now anchor into that peace. Take sanctuary in this place. Now bring your mind to an area of your body with an undesirable sensation. Allow peace and safety to radiate from the sanctuary that we had just anchored into. As peace expands within you and filters through you, it will affect you, but also everyone you come in contact with. And you can let it go. We're going to come to an all fours position, so you can take your time and meet me on all fours when you're ready. Hip width the size of 2 fists between the knees, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Check your shoulder blade position like when we were seated, sliding together, sliding apart. Feel your shoulder blades drawing together, then feel them open apart. Find the center for neutral. Check your pelvis tilting up and down like the start of the class when the mat was behind our back, and then find the center. Make sure you're not hanging the head or looking up, you're just looking straight down, so there's no pinched skin in the back of the neck. And now there's energy reaching forward through the crown of the head at the same time as reaching back through the tailbone, so feel those 2 points of pull. Press into the front of the feet as if you're going to lift the knees, and feel your core switching on. Brain into the front and the back of the pelvic floor. Scoop your belly, knit your ribs, melt your armpits down, soften your elbows. Scoop the belly, knit the ribs. Knitting the ribs around your rib cage to make sure that this doesn't happen during the exercises. So it's like there's a big stick up along your back, so whatever the legs do, the middle of the body stays nice and still. So we're not kind of clumping the movements, you're neutral, and then we're going to use the abs and the glutes. So to start with, you're keeping your right toes pointed, and it's like a version of a donkey kick, but just with your toes pointed. And again, we watch that we don't lose our pelvis position. Scoop the belly, knit the ribs. So we inhale and exhale. The more you focus on the lower body, the less you're going to feel this in the hands. So get into the glute work, the front of the leg that's on the ground. Inhale and exhale, steady center. Scan your body as you move. As long as you follow your curiosity, you'll never grow old. Renewal is the eternal secret of life. We're going to go out to the side like a dog peeing on a bin. So we exhale and inhale. Notice your body moving in space, our mind-body connection deep within and also with the surrounding world around us. Be fascinated by and open to change. Now we're going to circle it. Exhale and inhale with as little movement through the center of the body as possible. Exhale and inhale. Earlier on, we asked ourselves the question, what am I doing right? Any step that gets you feeling more fulfilled is right. Opposite direction. By allowing ourselves this meditative state as we move, we experience inner calm and silence, which are really just the threshold of fulfillment, because the true self is already fulfilled. Lengthen your leg back, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. Feel the weight of the leg being managed through the core work, stretch through the ankle. You're just going to tap the toes and lift without the back doing this exercise. So scoop the belly, inhale and exhale. There exists in every person a place free from disease and free from pain. We journey to that space now. And bring the leg back in. Notice how much more the side that wasn't moving feels like it was working. We have different contractions going on. So we're really working the stabilizers, those deep postural muscles, as well as mobilizing and hydrating tissue through movement. So from our all fours position, hip width between the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Check your shoulders, check your pelvis, scoop your belly, knit your ribs, soften the elbows, melt your armpits down the sides of the body. Have that sense of length forward through the crown of the head, back through the tailbone, scoop your belly, knit your ribs. We have that pointed toe donkey kick with the left foot. Center of the body is steady. Embarking on our journey to perfect health, we repeat the affirmation, I commit to perfect health. I commit to perfect health. Now dog peeing on a bin. I commit to perfect health. 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 Now circles. Repeating our affirmation to create new pathways in the brain. I commit to perfect health. I commit to perfect health. I commit to perfect health. Opposite direction. I commit to perfect health. 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 Lengthen the leg back. Scoop the core, knit the ribs, reach through the toes, ankle, knee and hip. The more you stretch backwards, the less you're going to feel any weight in the hands. We enjoy this bone health, this bone bearing through the wrists at the same time. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift using the bum and the abs, relaxing your back and maintaining neutral. Allow yourself a greater sense of ease. I commit to perfect health. I commit to perfect health. I commit to perfect health. Bring the leg back in. You can come down onto the elbows and give your wrists a little break. If it's okay with your knees, you can sit fully into a shell pose. Take a deep breath in, down along your back. Exhale, fully let everything go. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Breathe in light and strength. And then let everything go. Whenever you're ready, we're going to come all the way down onto the belly. And you can take your time. The feet are quite close together without actually touching. You're reaching through your toes, ankles, knees and hips, tucking the tailbone so you feel the front of your legs press down into the mat, and that arch in the back minimizes so we come towards neutral. So you're aware of the front of the legs pressing down and tucking your tailbone under. Relax your shoulders, elbows down so our shoulder blades flatten against our rib cage, and you can draw the armpits down. Lengthen the neck, lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Get your brain gently into the front and the back of your pelvic floor. Scoop your belly and knit your ribs. It draws your upper body slightly closer to the ground. With this strength around our pelvis, around our ab work, around our glutes, you're pushing into the front of the legs. You're going to ever so slightly float the feet off the mat and keep reaching backwards so you feel the leg muscles recruit. Keep that strength. You feel the ribs against the mat, tucking the tailbone, pubic bone down, front of the legs down, and then we release the arms. Relax the shoulders down, lengthen the neck. You're going to inhale to float everything just a little bit higher. Exhale as you lower, stretch forwards and backwards and tuck the tailbone, scooping the belly. Inhale to float up as high as it suits you, don't push your back. Exhale as you lower, you tuck your tailbone. If your feet feel like they're going to cramp, you can leave the feet out and just do the upper body, or curl your toes under. When you're ready, enjoy the balance we've created throughout all of these different exercises. Our affirmation now is balance is my true nature. 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 Relax the feet down. Keep stretching back, pressing gently into the front of the feet. Tuck your tailbone. Bend the elbows again. Relax your shoulders. Inhale to peel the upper body. You can leave the elbows down if that suits your back. If your back is comfortable, you can release the elbows so they might stay bent, or you may straighten out the arms, but we're not forcing the back here. Keep stretching back, shoulders down, lift through the back of the crown of the head, like a string pulling you up towards the ceiling. We have that awareness of opposition, of drawing the armpits down at the same time. Exhale, lower. Feel the pelvis melting into the mat, the belly melting towards the mat, the rib cage, the chest. Relax the shoulders, lengthen forward through the head. Inhale to peel. Exhale, lowering slowly, articulating. Reach back through the legs throughout. Inhale. Our mind-body connection is stronger through these practices. We're lifting our spirits through these affirmations, and we're healing mind, body, spirit. Let's repeat the affirmation. I trust the wisdom of my body. 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 When you're ready, you can press back. From this all fours position, you can bring your legs to the side or cross your ankles over and roll through. Fingers point towards the hips or out to the sides, just not back behind you. So choose your hand position. Make sure that the feet are parallel, so they're not turning out to the sides, they're lining up with each other and with the mat. Press down into the toes and the heels. Open up your chest. Get your brain into the front and the back of the pelvic floor, scoop your belly and knit your ribs so you can get this C curve through the spine while keeping the chest open. So shoulders back and down, your shoulder blades are close together, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. Press into the feet, reach the knees forward, use your bum and just open up the front of the hips. You're keeping your chin on top of an imaginary peach. Relax your neck by pushing into the feet, squeezing the bum and reaching your knees across the room. Then you're just going to lean the weight forward and tap your tailbone down so the weight really goes out of the neck. Exhale and inhale. Lean the weight forward, so mobility for the knees and the wrists. Exhale and inhale. I trust the wisdom of my body. 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 And when you're ready, lower the tailbone behind you, stretch the legs in front of you, interlock the fingers, so release all of that loading we just did through the wrist and that work through the chest muscles. So feel the opposite happening now, loads of length. So lengthen your neck, feel the chest into the shoulder, both directions. Move your chin. You could semicircle, just feel that release with the arms behind your back. Then when you're ready, you can come forward. We're in cool down mode. Scoop your belly, knit your ribs and reach. Whenever you're ready, we're going to cross the ankles over and stay in our seated position like the start of the class. So here's our bookend. Palms face up, an open, receptive position. Also repositions the humeral head, creating more space at the end of our collarbone, more like our anatomical neutral position. Anchor your hips down, relax the shoulders. Feel all of that space and strength we've created through the body. Feel the opposition of grounding and also lengthening upwards, two different directions. And we'll settle into our meditation. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. This is about feeling safe and secure inside. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. By its nature, the ego is totally different from your true self. The ego feels unsafe, insecure, and defensive. In contrast, true self exists in total security, bringing you its nurturing and security. It alone can make you feel totally safe and secure. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. I trust the wisdom of my body. I trust the wisdom of my body. I commit to perfect health. I commit to perfect health. I invite the nurturing and protective power of my true self. You can slowly start to come back into the room. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle around anywhere in your body that you'd like to feel more awake in. You can go to one side with the legs or come through those crossed ankles, curling the toes under, lifting the knees, walking your hands towards your feet. Your feet are parallel and hip width apart. Now ground through the feet. The legs can be straight or the knees can be bent, but you press down while you roll up. Feel that energy through the legs, up into the pelvis as your spine aligns, and you can relax your shoulders. Thank you so much for joining this spirit, this soul version of Pilates. I hope you enjoyed it. In tomorrow's class, we'll have Oprah Winfrey affirmations. So I hope you enjoy all the different affirmations from different lovely, brilliant minds around the world. Pilates is the meeting of mind, body, spirit. So we're tapping into the spirit side a bit more than maybe we see so much in the Pilates industry on a daily basis. I hope you enjoy this type of training. Thank you for taking this class. It means the world to me. Supporting the website and my channel means the world, so thank you. We'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of Soul Pilates.